United States, Joe Biden.
Folks, how are you? Great to be here. Thank you.
Okay. Well, welcome to another episode of Sons of Thunder. That was the President of the United States, or the old man in the White House. Why is he happy to be here, Sean? What are we talking about?
We're talking about last Thursday's presidential debate and the implications thereof.
Okay. So that's how it started, huh? Old man walking out on the floor.
It looked to me like he was waving at an audience that did not exist.
There wasn't an audience there?
And he was pointing his way. Somehow, I don't know if he was asking which way he needed to go or what it was.
That's what it was.
But he was pointing.
I'm going straight, right? Right.
Yeah, was he warning people or was he asking if
he was
that's
warning
the way
people
she
because he
was
didn't want to fall up people like he falls upstairs. Right? All right, well, then let's start the clips of this debate.
All right, yeah, we've got a few clips on this debate, but the main thing, and a lot of other people have before, but we're going to do those clips for context, and we're going to say what it means and what's going to happen after, though. That's what's important,
right.
So please watch.
Number two, you got $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death.
Okay, so first of all, it's trillion, I mean billion. And then we can save billions, I mean millions. And Trump's like,
Okay.
looking at him like, why am I here?
Totally, look.
Go eat your applesauce.
He totally got confused about what the bloody hell he was talking about. And that's clear for everyone to see. I mean, he starts talking about what is it, taxes?
Yeah.
And he ends it with COVID, and then I beat, what was it? Medicare. Yeah.
What are these three things have to do with anything?
There's nothing. Look, you can't deny the fact that the guy just totally lost his train of thought. He didn't just, it's not just a gaffe. He forgot what he was talking about and he couldn't remember anymore.
Well, that happens a lot. I think we're used to that now, right? But I'm actually surprised. Maybe I won't be surprised as time goes on, but I'm surprised Trump stayed so quiet. He seemed to be very like, I'll just wait for you to trip, and then I'll pick up for where you left off and crush you.
And he was. I'm telling you, he held himself back through that debate. Look, we could play like 3 more clips showing how just far off and out in outer space that President Biden was. But Trump treated him pretty well. Now, the copium that the Dems use to deal with all this is that, Biden was, or no, not Biden. Trump is a liar. He lied throughout that. Okay.
Through that piece or throughout the whole debate?
Throughout the whole debate.
Okay.
But it's like, I think Trump more exaggerates things. It's kind of like, if you say, the Steelers are the best team that ever existed, and you live in Pittsburgh, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's not exactly true, but it's not like a total lie.
Yeah, but the way Trump does it is, I agree that this is the best team, literally the best team ever. Right?
You do a terrible Trump impression,
No,
but I can tell you a lot of things that Trump or the Biden lied about. This is from a CNN check back. Check fact. Holy crap! I'm having a Biden moment myself.
Biden moves coming.
He said he is the only president in the last decade who did not have U.S. troops dying anywhere in the world. That now the Afghan war was still going on during his presidency, and during his disastrous withdrawal from that, 13 service members died, which he apparently forgot about.
He forgets about a lot.
Yeah. He said he put a $15 cap on per shot for insulin for Medicare, but it is a $35 cap. He said it was it was a $200 cap overall for drug spending in Medicare, but it's actually a $2,000 one, not a $200 one. He said that fewer border crossings under Trump. He had fewer border crossings under Trump, which is an insane, flatly, clearly, obviously BS.
Yeah, we did a whole video on that one, right? The border crossings, and how bad it's getting.
He said, or strongly implied, that unemployment was at 15% when he took office, when it was actually at 6.4%. He said that Trump wants to get rid of Social Security, which is a lie that Dems say every election. They always say that, but Trump does not. And again, this is according to CNN, not the Heritage Foundation. It's not according to Fox News. According to CNN, Trump doesn't want to get rid of Social Security. He said that billionaires only pay 8.2% in taxes. They actually pay double that rate, and they pay at higher rates than the middle class does.
All right, well, with all these things that you're calling him a liar, I mean, he doesn't even know he said these things. So
well, I know.
How far can you go with this? Right?
Okay.
It's like a baby saying, I didn't say that.
I got two more things. He said that Trump told people to inject bleach during the COVID crisis.
Yeah, we all remember that.
Which is asinine. It never happened and is utterly and verifiably false.
Well, I injected it because Trump told me to, so.
Yeah, okay. And he said vehemently that the Border Patrol endorsed him on X. That is Twitter for you, because you'll never accept that it's just bargain X.
Yeah.
The Border Patrol Union said, we have never endorsed President Biden.
All right. We got a bunch of lies, but that's normal from him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he just doesn't remember what he says, right? So let's see.
That's an excuse.
Let's see more of the debate.
Well, hold on. Here's what.
No.
Let's see what the Democrats look. I could go on. Look, these debate responses have been posted. Everyone's seen them. So let's just move on to what is the analysis and what is the response of the left. What do they say about his performance? Let's roll that, if you would, Brother Matt.
Anderson, this was a game-changing debate in the sense that right now, as we speak, there is a deep, a wide, and a very aggressive panic in the Democratic Party. It started minutes into the debate, and it continues right now. It involves party strategists, it involves elected officials, it involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think was dismal, which they think will hurt other people down the party in the ticket, and they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are about, should prominent Democrats go public?
Okay, first of all, this is a question that actually I've talked to you about.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm going to ask it in case anybody else has the same question. If he's the president right now, okay, and he's debating against somebody who's trying to be the president, and he's going for his second term, how can the Democratic Party say, we don't want you anymore? You're the president, right? He's the president right now. So how can they say we don't want him as the president when that's the party member that they wanted? That's the guy that they wanted, right?
Yeah, it's the one that, well, I mean, actually, he hasn't been officially nominated, but he's the president, and the sitting president is normally going to be the one who's nominated.
And so you're saying the Democrats might say, even though he's the president right now, we're going to pick somebody else?
I think that it wouldn't happen that way. No, what's going to happen, in my opinion, is that, and I don't want to go into this, we'll go into it a little bit further later on in just a minute or two. But I think that they're going to ask him to step down. I think they're
Ask
going
him to step down.
Yeah. because another option they have is the 25th Amendment, which provides for a person or a president who's infirm to be removed from office. But he's not
They
going to
would
want
use that on their guy.
I don't think they're going to, and he doesn't want that. Nobody else does. But I mean, let's look at another reason why they might want to put him out of office or ask him to. If you would roll the next, Brother Matt.
Whereas Biden's answers were, in a lot of cases, not coherent, deeply problematic, that he was not able to take pretty straightforward answers and answer them to the American public.
Okay, so what? This is, I bring it up again, this is normal, right? So then why are we acting like it's not normal? Or I guess in her aspect, and people who are on the Democrat side, why are we acting like this is new? We know this is old hat. Like, it's always funny poking the funny bear, but it's still the funny bear, right? Where he always talks stupid. He always forgets what he's going to say.
You know, we've all been seeing it for a long time.
So then why are they acting like this is anything new?
Let's play one more clip, and then let's move on to that, please. If you would, Brother Matt.
There was one Democratic congressman I was in touch with who was on Capitol Hill at a watch party with a number of other lawmakers. This member's own reaction was that he wanted to jump off of a bridge.
He wanted to jump off a bridge.
This is from these clips that we've been playing have been from CNN and MSNBC. These are the people that supported Biden, and they've been supporting him from day one. While at the same time, our side, or the Republicans, I know you're not a big political guy, but our side has been saying, yeah, this guy isn't right. We've been saying it since 2020. Now, all of a sudden, which is what you asked earlier, why are they saying, whoa, we can't believe it?
Yeah, why? I mean, these Funko Pops in front of us can understand he can't even probably speak as better than them.
I watched this video with a couple of our friends, and when I watched it, I thought, oh, that was an okay performance by Biden. You know why?
Because you already had the bar so low.
I already know that's how he speaks all the time. He's always confused all the time. He doesn't know he loses his train of thought all the friggin' time, man.
Yeah, he does. But what, these people don't hear him enough?
They're like, it's like, boom, mind blown. All of a sudden they realize that Biden doesn't know gets confused about where he is and what he's doing.
Right, but are they just playing the game? Are they playing the game of like, we can't make it out that this is common for him, so we're very surprised that he acted this way, right? I mean, because everybody knows it. There's not a person who even has heard him once to not know this guy can't keep a full sentence. If you're in the liberal bubble and the leftist bubble and stuff like that, okay, you won't hear that so much. If all you do is listen to MSNBC, you're not going to see that. Look, they've been keeping this guy, Karine Jean-Pierre, his spokeswoman, just said the other day about videos released about him showing him being, well, basically loopy. She was calling it cheap fakes, saying that they were modified to make it look like that he was infirm and didn't know what he was doing. Oh, they're all fake. Yeah, you know? they clip stuff just for the fact to make them look bad.
That's right. That's what they were saying, and the Democrat faithful held on to that. But it turns out on this debate stage, which was live, they couldn't say, this is not faked, this is not clipped, this has not been modified, this is Joe Biden. And frankly, that was not him at his worst. He's been far worse than that.
Yeah. Talking about, his hair and kids pulling up his legs in a pool.
And shaking hands with people who don't exist and talking to dead people and all that other stuff, man.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for a long time, and the right has been saying this since 2020, and they've been saying that we're all just awful people for saying so, and it's all a lie and it's all BS. They do this all the time.
Okay, so we believe now. Is it everybody can believe now that he's not sane to be a president? Can they at least admit that now? The
press has turned against him. They made him president. They did. He did not campaign, and he said the reason was COVID. He was Basement Joe. He stayed in his basement. So he didn't have to campaign because the press campaigned for him.
Okay.
they've turned against him now. He has no choice. He cannot win now. He has to resign.
Well, I didn't think he could win in the first place, but that you go to the word resign. So you think that he's going to either be forced to resign or say he's resigning himself, right? And then what? It's Kamala running?
I don't know. I think he's going to resign himself because, well, it's basically up to Joe Biden is what I think. Joe Biden, she controls things. And by the way, she's a terrible wife for putting her husband through this crap. I mean, she's awful. I mean, why would you put your husband through this crap?
Okay.
What, remain first lady and stay in the White House?
Well, how do we know
I don't
it's
get
actually
it.
her fault? I mean,
It is her fault. She
probably
knows-
a lot of other people in the government that are pushing.
Oh yeah, no, it's other people's fault too. His advisors know very well what's going on. Top people in the DNC know what's going on.
I doubt she has the last say in it. That's what I'm saying.
I think she does. I think she has the last say. I really do. I think Joe Biden would do if she said to Joe, "Look, you had a good run. Maybe it's time to hang out with the grandchildren for a while and be with me and stuff like that." He'd be fine with that. I think he would. I don't
he'd be
know.
fine with it, but I don't know if that's his choice or that's her choice. It seems like it's the Democrats' choice.
It is.
One, who they're going to pick, and two, who's coming up next. Like, I guess I keep on coming to this question: who would be next? Who's the person they would pick? I mean, unless it's Kamala, we don't really know of anyone else.
Well, the problem they have with Kamala is that she's got a worse approval rating than the president does. She does. She's always had a worse approval rating. But on the other hand, they can't ditch her because she's a black woman. They're all for intersectionality and inclusion and all that other kind of stuff. If they ditch her and especially replace her with a white male or even a white woman, it's like they would lose the black and folks that they have now.
Right. So
which would be detriment. So they're kind of stuck with her. But on the other hand, maybe she could resign. Maybe she could say,
You think both of them are going to resign?
That's what I think has to happen.
I've never, in all my years talking to you about politics, not once have I ever thought that the Democrats are just gonna, well, we're done. You guys won.
You know what?
They don't do that.
You know what, Corden? I predicted back in our January New Year's Eve, New Year's Day video that Biden would resign or would not make it to the election.
Yeah, you said also in that both him and Trump would not make it.
And I'm still thinking that might happen. But anyway, I predicted this much, and it's starting to look like that's going to be true. I don't know who's going to run. It's going to be a problem if they want to replace Kamala Harris for the Democrats. But I think that they have to because she has the stink of Biden on her. She can't run. She's not a winner either. They have to find somebody else, like Gretchen Whitmore or
so that's going to happen,
Newsom or something like that.
That's going to happen in what, next 4 months, 5
Yeah,
months?
yeah. I think it will.
Okay. Well, how hold you to it?
All right, man. I want to be held to it. I want everyone to remember I made these predictions as well.
Yeah, everybody, you guys remember that I made the Super Bowl position. But
Yeah. Gordon predicted the Super Bowl right this year.
And the Chiefs won, and I was right.
Yeah, he was.
Every other sport I've been wrong. Every other one.
Yeah,
even my basketball.
Your NHL prediction was the worst because you knew nothing about it when you predicted it in the first place, man. It was pathetic.
Definitely didn't think no.
Yeah, that was sad. You should have no business talking about the
How does
NHL.
ice even stay icy in Florida?
Yeah, what do you? I don't know what you're talking about there. That was kind of lame.
All right, we have another clip of some sort?
About this footage of the First Lady, Jill Biden, helping her 81-year-old husband off stage. You can see pretty small steps there, but having to be helped off.
Okay.
This is what I mean. Brother Matt, could you play that one more time? Look how he has to be helped off a 2-inch step.
This footage of the First Lady, Jill Biden, helping her 81-year-old husband off stage. You can see pretty small steps there, but having to be helped.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's
it's over.
A toddler can do those steps.
It's over. I'm not trying to make fun of the guy.
But you kind of are.
Okay, I'm a little bit making fun of the guy.
That's fine by me.
But on the other hand, it's like I do feel bad for him, but on the other hand, I don't.
No, because he was willing to put himself in this situation. And he is confident that what he says is true every time.
But it's his wife and it's the Democratic Party and a bunch of other people around him that put him in power knowing that he ain't right. And they've known it for freaking years, and they've put a fraud on the American public, and they've said that everyone who says different is just against elder abuse, ableist, and all other kind of
Remember, you're not black if you didn't vote for him.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know. If you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
That means you're not black.
No, I don't think I am. You didn't vote for him either.
Vote for him.
Yeah, okay. Well, is that the only criterion?
Jeez.
If I voted for him, would I be black then?
Maybe, but you would never know. Now,
No,
would you?
come on. That footage was pathetic. Okay?
Yeah, it was bad. I agree. But, I mean, once again, this is what we'd expect, right? Like,
yeah, we expected it. We knew this. Everybody who's been watching him knows
so your
this.
point is the populace didn't, right? But I think the populace does. You mean the Democrats or the main followers, supporters of Biden? They acted like this wasn't normal.
They pretended and they lied to us. We've been lied to and scammed. There's been a cover-up to cover up Biden's infirmity, and it's been going on for a long time. I believe that his fall off has been precipitous in the past 7 months. I mean, it's gotten way worse than it used to be, but
he's always been bad.
Yeah, that's why he didn't. That's why he didn't campaign at all in 2020.
Yeah,
and now they hold this debate, the earliest debate in probably the history of presidential debates. Why did they hold it so early? They held it so early, so whenever he bombed at it, they had time to put another candidate in. That's why they did it. They know that he's infirm. They know they can't prop him up anymore. So now the DNC is going to ditch him.
You're doubling down on your prediction there.
All right.
Okay.
I apologize profusely.
All right. So this has been a kind of reaction on the debate and everything after. Please leave your comments and what you think about the debate, how you think it went, where you think it's going to go after this.
And a like and subscribe if you would, please.
Do.
We need that.
We'll see you that next episode of Sons of Thunder.